Hello everybody, Damien from FlowForge here. Mic quality is going to be a little bit off today. We're getting it fixed. Today's video is going to be about this fight to the end. And I'm going to replace the D word with end so YouTube doesn't freak out. So if you hear me say end, I know it's kind of cringe, but that's just what we're going to do. But productivity really is a fight to the end with someone. So it's you versus resistance and the world. So this is actually a really unfair fight. It's two on one. And so you have to see this as a fight, and you have to take it seriously. You have to take your productivity extremely seriously. And I'm serious when I mean to the end, because think about this as inertia. What happens if you stop being productive? Let's think about this. So like this is their side of what's going on. What happens if you stop being productive? You're going to lose your job. You're going to lose your money. You're going to lose your life, essentially. And then you wind up homeless. And then let's say you still don't get it and you don't do anything to get out of that situation, which, by the way, it's harder once you get there. And then from there, you starve. And then from there, you're gonna, it's the end. Like, your flame is going to go out. So this is very serious. Like there's a force right now existing that's actively trying to put you out of commission. You need to try everything that you can do to put that force out of commission, or you need to push it back as far as you possibly can. And the fight gets easier the more you win. Like, think about in a fight. So you got two people fighting. What happens is whoever starts to win starts to take over, right? Whoever's more aggressive starts to take over. And then let's say that this person is losing. Well, if they're losing, it's going to be harder for them to come back. That's just how it works, because at this point they're already damaged and they're already hurt and and a lot of you are probably like this right now, where it's like you're losing this fight, man, and it's scary. And you can't lose. You can't lose. If you lose, it's literally over. And maybe it's not. Maybe, I believe in God, and I believe God takes care of people and saves people from disaster and calamity. At the same time, you can get a lot taken from you, which, by the way, this literally is the devil. If you haven't figured it out, this guy's literally the devil. But even if it doesn't come to that, even if it doesn't get that bad, where is this headed? You're still going to wind up trapped in some sort of job that you hate, and you're literally going to have your life and your intellect sucked out of you by the world. Because that's what happens when you're busy. When you're busy, you don't have time to think right. You don't have time to think properly, and you become neurotic. And basically, when you become neurotic, your soul starts to deplete. It's literally like you have less experience. You're just depersonalized and going with the flow, and you start to become mindless. You start to become sheeple. That's what happens when you become busy. So you need to avoid being busy, and the way you avoid being busy is by beating the crap out of this guy. Don't let him win. So you need to overtake this guy. And that's kind of what I want to get into is the rules of fighting. Spoiler alert, there are no rules. There's no rules in a fight. Let's think about this. If we're thinking about morality and honor, the honorable thing to do in a fight is to just fight with everything you have and to throw literally everything you have at your opponent. That's the honorable thing to do. So that means if you find some sort of cheat code or something you can do, you have to play as unfair as possible if you want to beat this guy, because he's playing as unfair as possible against you. And so you cannot hold back. You have to let loose, and you have to take this seriously. And I'm not trying to fearmonger, but understand that right now it doesn't feel that serious, but this happens to people. This actually happens to people. They lose this fight completely. Done. Goodbye. Because they were too lazy, or because they never cared enough. They never put up enough of a fight, and this guy literally put them out of commission. Done. And that's what he wants to do with you. And so who is this guy? Well, one, this guy is temptation. He's also friction. So he's the opposing force that gets in the way of everything. He's the hard work you have to do to get through things, and this is resistance. And he's also the world, the process So he's these two things, but then amplified through the systems of the world, because the systems of the world are a reflection of the human psyche. You don't just have one of these guys, which is like the current version of you that you have to fight, right? You have everybody else's as well. So this is an extremely unfair fight. Like it's literally like 20 on 1, and it's like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You have to cheat. You have to play as unfair as possible. You have to like go beast mode, and just like, you can't let them win. And you know, this video is just a spark. Okay? You obviously can't be afraid, and you can't be always thinking about what's going to happen if I'm not productive today. Like that's another way you lose. That's another tactic that these guys have to get you, because it's harder to be balanced, right? And they put friction on that. So what are you going to do? In order to win this fight, you have to understand your opponents, and then you have to understand what you have at your disposal. Right now, I want to talk about Sutton's Law. Sutton, I forget his last name, but he's this guy who robbed a train back in like the 1900s. And they arrested him, and they asked him, okay, buddy, so why did you rob this train specifically? And Sutton, he said, because I knew that was where the money was at. Sutton understood this. Like, he wasn't playing fair. He was literally a robber. He went where the money was at. He hit the opponent in their weak point. He hit the opponent where he had something to gain. Like, he was vicious. This is like a vicious mindset. And that's what you need in a fight. And so you need to be vicious about your productivity. I'm going to give you another example, a real world example here. This word right here, this is Blue Origin's motto. This is Jeffrey Bezos's motto, basically, you know, the richest guy on earth. And it's Latin for step by step, ferociously. And so this is his mindset for productivity. This is how he got to where he is. So, you know, most people in this life, if you think about it like a video game, like a side-scrolling fighter video game, it's like most people are just doing their best to like do defense. Like they're like trying to stand their ground against this thing, against all of these enemies, right? This is literally like a fighting game. Like you have like bosses, and you have like all these little versions, and you have like people around you that are telling you like, no, man, don't do that. You're crazy. Like you don't have to try harder than most people. You can just be chill. You can be lazy, play video games with us, you know, like don't worry about it, man. Don't worry. Like, oh, you're tripping. You're doing too much. All these little things are like these little people in the video game that are like trying to stop you, like these enemies, right? And most people are just trying to do their best to hold their ground. But I have to imagine that Jeffrey Bezos, he's not like this. He's probably running at them. Like he's probably being aggressive towards them, right? And I found like this is the best thing that worked for me, is just being aggressive towards these enemies. And that makes sense, because that's how it works in a fight. Like the person who is more aggressive is typically going to win. Don't just be passive. Don't just let these guys like come and like kick your face in. Like fight back. And then don't just fight back. Don't just try and protect yourself. Go on the offense. Like that's how you win in a fight, is by being extremely offensive. Instead of deflecting, do a counterattack, right? Whoosh. Have an interceptor mindset. Have a spear mindset. I'm not just going to let this happen to me. In fact, I'm going to be the aggressor, because I can see the danger coming. So I'm going to go out ahead of time. I'm going to do more than I need to. The best defense is a good offense. So just go at it. Like go beast mode. Like think about your productivity in this way, where it's like, today I am going to squash resistance. One of you is going down. Like either resistance is getting you or you're getting resistance. So you need to just make up your mind that you're going to like step on his face and win. And then after you squash one resistance, guess what? There's going to be like a new little resistance that tries to get you. Or there's going to be like a new temptation that tries to pull you away. Or the worst one, man, the internet. Like the systems of the world around you are like, not just the internet. Like think about it. Like there's red tape, there's bureaucracy, there's like all these things that exist just to slow you down, that exist to get in your way and stop you. And then, you know, understand that if you freak out and if you're impatient, that's going to make their job even easier. So you need to know patience, but at the same time, like if you're trying to rush in a fight, That's not going to work. You have to be mentally clear and alert and active and just doing everything that you possibly can. And sometimes you have to trade blows with your opponent. It's like a back and a forth and a back and a forth until one of you gets too tired. And you have to outlast this trade of blows sometimes. In fact, I'm going to give you the example that literally happened to me today. And I'm grateful because I won. I won this fight. Everything was going wrong trying to set up the video. In fact, this video is going to be coming out late because my microphone went bad. I had like multiple things pop up that I had to do. I had like all these things. And in my mind, I just knew, I was like, okay, the video is the most important thing and everything is getting in my way. Like it's like a trial. It's like trial time, right? Like everybody has this where it's trial time. So I just had to sit there and wrestle with everything and wrestle with all these things that came up in my way. And we're like, you need to focus on this. You need to focus on this. Like, you need to focus on this. Like, you haven't done this in forever. You need to do this. And I just was like chucking things out of the way. I was being mentally athletic. I was like, get out of here. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I know I have to do this first. So I'm going to like do this and I'm going to get it just good enough. And I'm like doing everything I can just to get everybody out of the way and get to actually making this video. And I still have a bunch of stuff to do after this video. Like today is just went kind of crazy. But because I have this mindset, I didn't get toppled over. There was times today when I felt like quitting, where I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so overwhelming. It's too much. And I'm just done. I don't want to be productive anymore. Like, I want to clock out for today. I don't get to. And you don't get to either. This guy's always fighting you. And so if you quit, if you clock out, he's just going to grab you and then you're done. And then what this actually looks like is you'll lose your momentum. And then from there, it's much harder to get back, right? Same thing. It's like in a fight, like if one of you starts to win, it's harder for the other guy to come back. It's never too late to come back. You know, you have your whole life, but you want to do it now. Because remember, this guy telling you, oh, you have your whole life, that's the easiest way for him to win. So don't let him tell you that. I wanted to get more into the types of enemies here, but it looks like I'm out of time for today. So this is just a call to action. Put up a fight. Seriously, put up a fight. It's hard, and that's just how it is. And you just have to keep going, and you just have to keep doing it. And then reward yourself when you win. Like when you win, and it's like you look around, and it's like nobody's coming yet. It's like that's the time to take a break. It's like, okay, won. Thank God. Go ahead and celebrate your win, because like you're in a competition. Like, celebrate your win. If you are in the ring with somebody and you win, like, what does the person do afterwards? They, like, hold their hand up with the referee. Like, you have to celebrate. And this is, like, the point of life. Like, you want the glory of living a good life. And the glory of living a good life is working harder than everything that's working against you and winning. And sometimes that means taking care of your mental health. But I almost guarantee that you probably are a little too easy with the mental health days, and you just need to be a little bit harder. I'm not saying that to be like rude. People tend to fall into two different categories. They're either workaholics and they work way too hard, or they are not that, and their natural inclination is to go down. And so this person needs to get better at going down, and this person needs to get better at going up. If you're watching my video, you're probably this person. You can become this person, and then you have to learn a new skill set. But my recommendation is you want to be this person rather than this person. They're both bad, but that's my take. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for putting up with the bad mic quality. If you like this video, you want more help defeating this guy so he doesn't beat the crap out of you, go ahead and like and subscribe and watch my other videos. I teach you how to win this fight. That's all, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Stay blessed by the best. Peace out.